Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Edo State First Lady, the governor wife, get work where she dey work. She no yours be first lady like that. She get work where she dey work. And if you wan know the work where the first lady dey work, try watch this video from beginning to the end. You go see all of them and you go hear wetin she talk concerning her work. Make I leave you now, make you hear from the first lady of Edo State. Enjoy the video.
For 8 remarkable years, one woman has led a quiet revolution in Edo State, transforming lives and shaping the future. Her name is Besty Obaseki, the First Lady of Edo State, and her legacy of compassion, leadership, and action has become a beacon of hope for millions. When Besty Obaseki became First Lady in 2016, she had one mission: to create a lasting change in the lives of Edo women, children, and the vulnerable. Her journey began with bold ideas and a deep belief in the power of empathy and strategic intervention. Besty Obaseki believes that empowering women is key to community development. Through the Edo Women for Agriculture and Enterprise initiative, she has trained and supported countless women, helping them take control of their livelihoods by promoting sustainable agricultural practices. This initiative has enabled women across rural areas to become financially independent and contribute to food security in Edo State.
Set up a small group of poultry farmers all across the 18 local governments of the state. Do you know how many people you're able to take out of poverty when you do that? And that was also one of those things that was so striking, because at that point, she touched everybody.
Beyond women, Besty Obaseki embarked on youth empowerment, especially for young girls, through the Edo Youth Academy, with innovative programs like the Lady Mechanic Initiative, Lady Shoemaker, and Amena Academy. She has provided young women with practical skills in mechanics, hospitality, and shoemaking industries, where they are now breaking barriers. Her Excellency's passion for protecting children is evident in her tireless efforts to pass and implement the Child Rights Law, which guarantees legal protection for every child in Edo State. Alongside this, her End Violence Against Children campaign has raised awareness about child abuse and created platforms for community dialogue to protect the most vulnerable.
The fact that even in my own work has support and commitment to education of the girl child, the annual seminars that she does, I know our female students have benefited tremendously from the opportunity.
Besty Obaseki's fight against gender-based violence has been unyielding. With the signing of the Violence Against Persons Prohibition VAP law, she secured essential protection for survivors. At the same time, she established the Gender-Based Violence Management Committee, a body dedicated to meticulously addressing every case, ensuring that justice is served.
Her work, her passion in dealing with sexual abuse, gender-based violence is something that is touching lives on a daily basis.
A lot of people believe that the GBV project is, just deal with the person who is causing harm, deal with the person who is abusing the other. But no, it's also an avenue for reconciliation, for counseling, and helping people to have change of attitude.
Maternal and child health has been central to Besty Obaseki's mission. Through the Make No Pikin Die Neonatal Care Initiative, she has drastically reduced neonatal death in Edo State by training healthcare workers and providing vital services to new mothers. Her work also extended to the free immunization program for children, ensuring widespread access to life-saving vaccines.
As the then Permanent Secretary of
Ministry of Women Affairs. I was a member of the committee, of the steering committee of Edo State. She wanted to stop neonatal fatalities, especially in the rural areas. And as time went on, it wasn't just about the neonates, it was just about all children.
Her efforts in women's health are further highlighted by the establishment of the VVF Clinic, which evolved into the National Obstetric Fistula Center for the South-South region. This facility has provided critical surgeries and rehabilitation services for women suffering from fistulas, restoring their dignity and their health.
For 2 days. So after giving birth to the baby, I lost the child right in the hospital. I started experiencing constant urine gushing out from my system.
The baby was too big, 5.5. And after I want to do CS before the doctor was inside the theater. They are working. Before they do the other person that is there, the baby now come out with force. Now sit top of the ground,
So I'm using Pampers for 4 years. I'm not going to buy Pampers again. Now I carry rag, or they put on my body. If I go, the thing will they suck, they follow me. So they are not going to get work again. Because they still have to have the carry pool. Mommy, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for what you do for me.
Besty Obaseki's commitment to economic empowerment has spurred various skill acquisition projects where youth and women were trained in entrepreneurship through the HP Life training for small and medium enterprises. Entrepreneurs were equipped with the skills to scale businesses, generating economic growth. In addition, the Besty Obaseki After School Club was created to engage students in continuous learning, mentorship and creative development, nurturing a new generation of informed and confident youth. Besty Obaseki's compassion extends to those living with disabilities and the marginalized. Her free prosthetics program for amputees and scholarships for people living with disabilities have opened doors for many to lead fuller lives. Additionally, her annual prison party for inmates has provided joy and relief for those incarcerated, leading to the release of several prisoners through her advocacy. Through the Besty Obaseki Women Football Tournament, she has created a platform for young women to showcase their talents, fostering teamwork and camaraderie. This tournament has grown into one of Nigeria's most prestigious events for women's football, inspiring a new generation of female athletes. Besty Obaseki's reach extended far beyond Edo State. Her partnerships with international organizations brought global resources to local issues. Her international collaboration have brought hope and healing to thousands, proving that local change can be powered by global partnerships.
Glad as European Union to partner with Edo State and other partners we work here with IOM to support the government's efforts to tackle human trafficking.
Culture and heritage have always been at the heart of Besty Obaseki's mission. Through the Edo State International Film Festival, she has not only revived Edo culture, but also used film as a medium to address and pressing social issues, including gender-based violence.
You know, one thing is to create or come up with a law, but to actually create awareness around it. Most laws, you have a lot of laws in Nigeria, most people don't even know they exist. But she went all out, made sure there's an awareness, created the awareness, and had other states buy in. And now today, even someone in the market, they know about that law. So for me, she's someone that believes in something, and she drives it. She doesn't just say it, she actually puts action to it. So that law, so far, has a lot of women and men, of course, not just women that are benefiting from it. So that's one legacy, and at least that people will remember her for.
Through every initiative, every law, and every project, Besty Obaseki has shown that leadership is about service, compassion, and action.
She's an activist. I recall when she led the march, even against our party, PDP, to clamor for inclusion of women during the local government election. And today, if you look at Edo State government under the stewardship of His Excellency, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, lots of women were given appointments, and we moved from a zero representation for women in the State House of Assembly. Today, by the grace of God, we are two in Edo State House of Assembly.
So she knows that the only way you can make a difference is to be at the table. At a point, she made sure in every ward in Edo State, of the 192 wards that we have in Edo State politically, there was an appointee of a female appointee of the governor.
I think what stands out for me in all the things, the many good things that Excellency has done, is ensuring that there is female participation in our politics. I think it's important. I think women need to be in every single room where decisions are made, and I am so grateful that we have a leader who shares that belief.
For me, is the Endo anthem. Because just getting that done and saying, okay, let's have an anthem, the writing of it, and the amount of work she put in. I remember the scripting, the practicing, the checking, making sure that all the words fit, and the anthem just says who we are as Edo people. And because we're a cultural, traditional, old empire, I think it was very necessary that anthem was done. Because now people know who they are as Edo people. There's an identity.
Her legacy will continue to inspire, uplift, and empower the people of Edo State for generations to come.
She will always be a mother figure to me. Sister, big sister. I miss knowing that we had a woman in our corner who was rooting for us when we saw it, who was rooting for us behind closed doors, and who was just looking for women, and who wanted to really see women rise.
There's a certain strength in her as she communicates without words. You just know that this is a strong woman.
For me, sum up
I think overall, she's an authentic woman. She's very authentic. So with her, what you see is what you get. I miss that.
In my own little way, I like to refer to her as the Queen Eden of our family.
You are the best. You are the best first lady Edo State has ever had. Thank you for being. God bless you.
Besty Obaseki, a woman who turned her platform into a force for good, a leader who empowered those who needed it most, and a first lady who will be remembered for her unwavering dedication to her people.
It's a pleasure to read the citation of the First Lady of Edo State, Her Excellency Dr. Mrs. Besty Obaseki, Chairperson, founder of the Nigerian Women Leaders Forum, whose focus is empowering women in public service for sustainable development. This important initiative is also the brainchild of Her Excellency Dr. Mrs. Besty Obaseki. Dr. Obaseki is a distinguished professional with expertise in accounting, investment banking, merchant banking, and development banking. She holds a Bachelor of Science and Master's degree in accounting from University of Lagos, as well as a Master's degree in international law and diplomacy. Dr. Obaseki is also an alumnus of the prestigious Kellogg School of Business Executive Management Program at Northwestern University, Illinois, USA. And in recognition of her contributions to human development, she was awarded an honorary degree of business administration by the University of Benin in 2023. She also has an honorary degree of business administration from Wellspring University, Edo State. Her illustrious working career has seen her through the foremost indigenous accounting firm, Akitola Williams & Co., IMB Security Limited, an international merchant bank. She was head of the business development at the Bank of Industry. And before holding that portfolio, Her Excellency was a managing director of BOI Investment and Trust Company Limited, a subsidiary of the Bank of Industry. She also served as the head of strategy and corporate transformation of the Bank of Industry. And before joining the Bank of Industry, she was the head of business development at the Nigerian leasing company, presently known as Leacon Financial Service Limited, another subsidiary of Bank of Industry Limited. The experiences and expertise of Her Excellency, Dr. Mrs. Besty Obaseki, it has been invaluable, especially in numerous committees where she has served. Such committees include the Federal Government Committee on outlining the blueprint for infrastructural development in Nigeria, the Central Bank of Nigeria Committee on the Management of Intervention Funds for Power Sector. She also participated in crafting the Nigerian Enterprise Development Program. She is a fellow of the Institute of Credit Administrators and a member of Institutes of Directors. She's also a member of the Nigerian Institute of Management and the Association of Investment and Pension Managers. Even as the wife of the governor of Edo State, for the past 8 years, Her Excellency continued to keep her job in the Bank of Industry. While actively serving as the First Lady of Edo State, she has managed to Besty Obaseki is at the front of gender-based violence and human trafficking. Driven by innate intolerance for injustice and abuse, she is an uncompromising advocate for the rights of women and children, a believer and investor in youths and girls of our world, a sterling example of the capacity and ability of women to excel in the global workplace. She is a woman of courage and audacity. She has continued on the trajectory of advancing reforms in government to address gender-based violence and other similar vices. Her interventions have chiefly focused on empowerment of the girl child, women and youths in general, with the initiatives cutting across education, sports, agriculture, and healthcare. Some of her gender-based violence intervention includes her aggressive push for a better deal for the girl child and other vulnerable persons in the state, which has resulted to the enactment of the Violence Against Persons Law by Edo State government and creation of a sex offenders register. Besty Obaseki's Women's Football Tournament. Instituting the Besty Obaseki Women's Football Tournament, the only pre-season tournament endorsed by the Nigerian Women's Football League. And through this annual pre-season competition, the First Lady has sustained the push for the empowerment of the girl child through the promotion of grassroots football, while also driving advocacy to address societal problems. It is worthy of note that in its second year, the Besty Obaseki Women's Football Tournament received an award from the world's football governing body, FIFA, for promoting women's football and by extension, women's empowerment across the globe. Her Excellency has lent support to the University of Benin in several ways. In the faculty, and I mentioned too, in the Faculty of Environmental Sciences, she gave great support in advancing innovation and art appreciation, which has helped researchers in the faculty to link research and projects to attract patronage from a larger society. This engagement with the university has also provided a leeway for the students and their lecturers to interface with industry actors and other stakeholders who have enriched their academic output. Her Excellency's support for arts practice and appreciation has been described as prodigious. And according to Professor John Ogene of the Department of Fine and Applied Arts, a former Deputy Vice Chancellor, Her Excellency's desire to conserve and protect contemporary artwork knows no boundaries. In August 2024, Her Excellency was the special guest of honor at the inaugural Women's Leadership Conference at the University of Benin, an initiative of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Lilian Salami. The theme of the conference was Finding Your Spark, Breaking Your Boundaries. The conference focused on nurturing leadership and promoting empowerment among women within the academic community and beyond. Her Excellency took a keen interest in the conference. She was the major sponsor, as she sponsored over 100 Edo State civil servants from various ministries to attend this international conference. Attendees from Nigeria and across the globe, they praised her speech, her demeanor, and her poise. Other key interventions facilitated by the First Lady, like you will see in the program, Edo Women for Agriculture and Enterprise, Betsy's Angels Shelter, the Edo Youth Academy, launching of the Edo Violence Against Children's campaign, establishment of the Edo Vesico-Vaginal Fistula Clinic in 2021, instituting and driving the campaign against neonatal deaths under the Make No Pikin Die program, initiating the Edo State government's ANPA free medical mission, where over 10,000 Edo residents at the first outing, they received medical intervention, including gynecological and
other commissioners here present of this government, permanent secretaries, special advisors of the government, political leaders, leaders in our party, heads of agencies, heads of different organizations. We've got women even from church organizations. I'm seeing some CW women here, a Catholic women organization. I'm even seeing some market women. Ada Kweki. Thank you all for coming late. Today is a very special day for me. I have had this desire for many years now. I believe perhaps about 6 or so years ago, I conceived the idea of gathering women, because I was looking for more of the professional women to begin to take an interest in politics and come on board to improve the quality of politics that we play in this state and ultimately in our country. And it took 6 years to make it happen. Because there were times when I got discouraged and I shelved the idea, and when things happen in the space and you just feel, what's the point? This isn't going to go anywhere. People aren't committed. People aren't serious. People just don't understand what to catch that spirit of patriotism, each and every one of us. We need to develop that love of country. We need to desire better for our people and better for our state and our country. We need to understand that we cannot, as people who have some knowledge, experience, exposure that would make a difference to what happens in our, life generally, we need to understand that we have to take a strong, bold step to push, to make our voices heard, make bring our values to the table, and push to make a difference. We cannot leave the space of politics and governance and, the general polity to hoodlums and unenlightened, uneducated, uncivilized, and unpatriotic people. Because that's what we've done all of these decades that have brought our country to where it is today. And those who have something to offer, those who cry for their states and their country, those who want to see a better Edo State and a better Nigeria, those who truly have that desire for things to get better, for this state and this country to become great again, ought to arise, find themselves, identify themselves, gather themselves, pull themselves together, form a crop of leaders to begin to push this agenda in various ways, in coming together like we're doing today, sharing experiences, sharing knowledge, birthing or expressing our passions to ourselves, igniting the light for other people, sharing experiences and knowledge, so much so that we are hoping that it sparks off, ignites something in the hearers and awakens each and every one of us to the realities that face us and the need for us to wake up, stand up, and begin to do something about the things that we complain about, that we've been complaining about for decades. We complain, we sit down, we cross our legs, we do nothing about anything, and we just keep complaining and pointing accusing fingers on other people, not knowing that we all have a role to play. Every one of us has a role to play. God gave me this platform as governor's wife, and he helped me to realize early that it isn't a platform to sit down, cross your legs, wear the longest weave-ons and the longest false nails, put the heaviest makeup on, pack all the jewelry in the world, buy all the designer clothes and shoes and bags, and enjoy the position. Absolutely not. I realized early that he gave me the opportunity to bring out as much as possible all of the knowledge, all of the experiences, all of the capacity, everything he's dropped in me that do not belong to me. But he dropped them in me to share them with others. He dropped them in me to bring them out to touch other people's lives for good. And I always have said it, if your life doesn't touch another person's life, even if it's one human being's life, for good and for better, then you're as good as dead. Then your life is worthless. And that's the truth. And that's the essence of today's gathering. It is the essence of the objectives of this forum that God has helped us to set up. I would have left office without doing this, but I was cautioned and reminded, and one of the instruments God used to keep reminding me, pulling me, harassing me, is Precious Imwayen Ajono, the head of GIPSA. Mrs. Edeko is another. And Mrs. Ihe in a way as well. And I felt like I couldn't leave the state without creating a platform and believing that Edo is the heartbeat of Nigeria. And I keep saying it, that this country goes nowhere without Edo State because it is the heart. Like my older sister said to me once when I was boasting to somebody on the phone that, Edo is the heartbeat of the nation. We are the most important part of Nigeria. This was a few years ago. She's sitting over there and she said to me, no wonder Nigeria is in coma. And I said to her, I was going to report that to my husband. The governor, we're in Abuja then when we come back home. But I laughed like you are laughing. And it is so true. Because the heart is the most important part of the body. And if it doesn't have life, the rest of the body will be dead. Isn't that so? So when they named Edo the heartbeat of the nation, people who did that didn't know that they were prophesying God's word over Edo State, declaring Edo State to be the most important part of Nigeria. And that's the reason you've seen what's been happening in this state in the past 8 or so years. It's been the melting pot, the hot spot, the concentration of all the battles. Political battles. Because when God comes to bring light and deliverance to a people and a place, darkness would fight it. Darkness doesn't like light.
Now when you don't see the work with the First Lady they work for Edo State, and you don't hear what she talk, let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things where they happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share them. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.